Lesson 2: Freeze, flee, fix, or fold trademark. When pressure hits, most women do not simply lose motivation, they move into protection. And because protection can look productive, responsible, or considerate, nobody calls it what it really is. Freeze, flee, fix, or fold. These are the patterns that appear when selling, visibility, leadership, or decision making starts to feel emotionally expensive. First, freeze. Freeze sounds like, I need to think about it. I'm still working through the details. I will post when I feel clearer. I am not procrastinating, I am being intentional. Meanwhile, 3 months have passed and the camera graphic now has emotional significance. Freeze is delay. You do not say no, but you do not move forward either. You keep planning because planning feels like progress without the risk of being seen. Then there is flee. Flee is disappearing. You stop posting, you avoid your inbox, you do not follow up. You suddenly become interested in a completely different idea. One difficult sales week, and now you are considering becoming a candle maker. Not because candles are your calling, because wax has never rejected your offer. Sometimes you genuinely need rest, but rest brings you back. Fleeing keeps you away from the action that triggered the pressure. Next is fix. Fix is praised because it looks like hard work. You rewrite everything, add more bonuses, change the offer, price, audience, funnel, colors, font, and possibly your entire identity. You assume discomfort means something is broken, so you keep fixing the strategy instead of building the capacity to stay with the strategy. Fix says, if I make this perfect, nobody can judge me. If I give them more, they cannot be disappointed. If I work harder, I can control the outcome. But more effort does not always create more safety. Sometimes it creates exhaustion with a very professional looking workbook. Then we have fold. Fold is when you abandon your own position to reduce pressure. You discount before anyone asks. You change the boundary. You lower the expectation. You say yes when you mean no. You ask for permission to lead your own business. You had a plan until somebody questioned it. Now you have their plan. Fold can look like flexibility. It can look humble or easygoing, but repeatedly leaving yourself to keep everyone else comfortable is not leadership. It is self-abandonment with good manners. Most women have a primary pattern and a backup pattern. You may freeze, then fix. You delay the post for 3 days, then stay up until midnight rewriting it. You may flee, then fold. You disappear from selling, then return with a discount because you assume people lost interest. You may fix, then freeze. You rebuild everything, exhaust yourself, and become too overwhelmed to launch. The pattern is not random. It is trying to protect you. Freeze may protect you from making the wrong move. Flee may protect you from judgment. Fix may protect you from feeling out of control. Fold may protect you from conflict or rejection. The pattern has a purpose, but protection and progress are not always moving in the same direction. A woman who can hold wealth must notice when protection is quietly making decisions for her, because more money brings more responsibility, visibility, decisions, and opinions. You do not build that capacity after the money arrives. You build it now. In the post, you do not delete. In the price, you do not immediately lower. In the boundary, you keep. In the decision, you make without collecting 12 votes. Here is your exercise. Think about one pressure moment from the last 7 days. Did you freeze by delaying, overthinking, or waiting for certainty? Did you flee by disappearing, distracting yourself, or avoiding the conversation? Did you fix by overworking, over-editing, adding more, or changing the plan? Did you fold by discounting, seeking permission, softening the boundary, or abandoning your decision? Choose the strongest pattern. Then finish this sentence. When I feel pressure, I usually blank because I am trying to avoid blank. For example, when I feel pressure, I usually fix because I am trying to avoid disappointing people. When I feel pressure, I usually freeze because I am trying to avoid making the wrong decision. When I feel pressure, I usually fold because I am trying to avoid conflict. This is not about blaming yourself. Shame does not create powerful leadership. Awareness does. Your pattern is not your identity. It is a learned response, and learned responses can be interrupted. The next time you notice yourself freezing, fleeing, fixing, or folding, do not immediately obey the urge. Name it. This is my freeze response. This is my urge to fix. This is me preparing to fold. That small moment creates separation. You are no longer trapped inside the pattern, believing every thought. You are observing it. And the woman who can observe the pattern has more power than the pattern itself.